Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So welcome all of you back for the 2024-2025 session. Uh, this is autumn, spring. This is autumn. Oh, this is autumn. Uh, session. So we want to spend some time to prepare ourselves. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. If we want to uh, do something and we are head fast on yes, anyhow with it. And if you don't want to do something, no matter whatever be the case, we won't do it. So we wanted to spend some time preparing ourselves In our life, if there is some opportunity to serve Krishna, then that is the most precious thing because that adds meaning and value to our lives. Material world and material affairs are always routine. We are happy about some things and sad about some things. And every single day we start with that same phase, the same page. Like every semester starts with zero. And then what score we take, we make in the semester what reflects the final grade. So material life is routine, and therefore material life just needs uh, a regulated amount of time. But what enriches our day-to-day life is the glorious opportunity of serving. And therefore, what should capture our consciousness is how to serve Krishna better this time. That is what which should capture our consciousness. When our consciousness is captured by the material anxiety, then reverse reactions take place. So when our consciousness is obsessed and captured by material anxiety, for many people that excessive material anxiety, what will happen to me? Where will I get internship? Where will I get job? Whether I will get job or not? Those kind of anxieties, excess of that anxiety, it paralyzes many people. It freezes many people. The person undergoing that anxiety starts spending a lot of time just thinking, hey, mera kya होगा? So one may go from the action plane to thought plane. And therefore, when it comes to material anxiety, there should be a healthy check. And the healthy check limit should be that we should be concerned, not in anxiety. "Ay, mera kya होने वाला?" No, concerned. Okay, this is something which has to be undertaken. So let me keep myself focused and regulated. Should be concerned. Anxiety should be taken for Krishna. That is healthy. Anxiety for material affairs is unhealthy because it makes a person diseased and dampens it dampens our performance. I remember when I used to go to Kota, some people I would see were too nervous. And मैं ए नॉट पी नॉट में था अभी ए थ्री पी थ्री में डाल दिया मुझे है ना अभी किधर जाऊंगा मैं पी से पी टू जाऊंगा या है ना पी थ्री से पी सिक्स पहुंचूंगा है ना इधर समझ में नहीं आ रहा है ना this kind of anxiety it debilitates the performance whatever a person could perform that also is not able. So as a devotee we should be very clear about this aspect that uh, then as a devotee, I already have a stable position at the lotus feet of the Srila Prabhupada in the Acharyas. And that is the causeless mercy and fortune in my life. And now I'm trying to work for some material affairs and duties, which can basically sustain my spiritual service quite some time. And therefore, I'm working in a regulated way towards the material side, the duty side, material duty side. Because if we should not allow the material anxiety to create an obsession. But anxiety for Krishna is very healthy because it brings about the state of, or it enhances the state of remembrance, enhances the state of consciousness of Krishna and the Acharyas. Thereby, it enhances our intimacy with them. Therefore, what should preoccupy our thought in that sense is what should preoccupy our thought primarily is the idea of serving Krishna better. Because then there will be excitement in our life. Then there is positivity in our lives. Then there is auspiciousness in our lives. And when this is the case, when this is the case, then we are in a high spirit already. In that spirit, one can undertake the material duties the best. Not in a state of fear, in a state of restlessness, in a state of desperation. We won't be able to do anything properly. That is why, as a devotee, we have to understand that our anxiety should be first that, okay, let me do, when it comes to a daily granularity, a day-to-day granularity, then our anxiety should be, okay, now let me be most attentive and spirited in the morning program. So the anxiety for the morning program should be there from the evening, night before. Okay, uh, let me sleep early. Let me wind up my things right. When I'm winding up my things, let me be on a spiritual note, a prayerful note. I end my day praying to the Lord that, okay, tomorrow, oh Lord, please help me that I can attentively chant. I can enthusiastically chant. And the next day we are up early. And then we are there in the temple hall with the devotees and putting our heart and soul and our energy. Because the more we invest energy this side, the returns which Krishna gives is overwhelming. The returns which Maya gives is zero. That's the idea. Or that's the point. So then we'll see we are enthusiastic, happy, we chanted good rounds, we find strength. With that strength, when we go and do our duties in the regulated time, then they will be done very nicely. But we start the day with a lazy, irritated note, it's already Mangalarti started, and we are catching up, in between, half Mangalarti, and then, and then 16 rounds are there, hanging, like that. And that's a very uh, uh, so then the day doesn't go properly. And how all the time you are confused. Shall I study? Shall I do chanting? Shall I go for preaching? Shall I say yes to internal manager? Shall I shift to hostel? Always those kind of useless, so that bewilderment always remains. Therefore, we take anxiety for the right thing, everything is set right. We take anxiety for the wrong thing, everything is demolished. That is the idea. So the anxiety is something which has to be channelized, engineered properly. Anxiety for right thing, everything is set right. Anxiety for wrong thing, everything is demolished. The Shastras explain the same way. We take anxiety over ourselves, for ourselves. Everything is topsy-turvy then. Oh, I think I'm not getting healthy diet. Uh, I think, something is missing, Uh, I think I'm not getting 2 hours for running or doing exercise, or whatever, permutation, corollary derivative. Uh, I think I'm not getting enough love, care, encouragement, So we take anxiety for ourselves. Previously, I used to sleep 8 hours, I'm not getting, So when we take anxiety about ourselves, that creates a toxic effect. When we take anxiety about ourselves, then we'll end up in medically hypochondriac situation where we assume a lot of things, backache, headache, uh, everything is aching, like that. So, yeah, many times people have, they get toothache, headache, backache, like that. My mother always used to say that these people are, fiending, fiending, drama, that way. She said, there's no such thing like this, I never experienced any such thing before 30 years age, my mother used to say, So she would always say, yeah, excuses kar rahe, she'd always say like that, So the point is, but when we, now ठीक है, अभी अपने बारे में नहीं सोचना है, किसके बारे में सोचना है? किसके बारे में सोचना है? Hmm? Okay. But in terms of people and personalities, किसके बारे में सोचना है? फाइनल गोल, दैट्स ओके, दिस सेल्फ के बारे में नहीं सोचना है, तो किसके बारे में सोचना है? डिवोटीज, ओके, एंड हाँ, लेकिन वी नीड थिंक अबाउट पर्सनालिटीज, नो? So if not us, then whom? We are the suffering souls. Okay. Yes. So devotees and other suffering souls. Okay. Uh, uh, and we will see when we do that, uh, our problems are automatically set right. Our problems are automatically set right. Like say, for example, if you think about other devotees, okay, let me, little gestures only we can do with that. But suppose now we think about other devotees, okay, all devotees, okay, today my evening cooking is there. Let me make prasad early, 6:30 I can make prasad. Devotees can take on time, they can sleep on time. What is the benefit of that? We also get to eat early. We also get to sleep early. Is it? Uh, so when we think of other devotees, our things are also set right. Our things are also set right. Is it not? So we think that okay, this devotee is finding difficulty in waking up. Maybe I can wake him up in the morning. That will ensure he will also wake up. Is it not? So when we think about others, our needs are also set right. Then we are thinking, okay, let my cooking is there, let me make good prasad. At least let me try to make good prasad. Sometimes some unexpected things may happen, but let me make good prasad. What is the benefit of that? Other devotees will feel very nice, okay, nice prasad was made, like that. And but we also get to eat nice prasad, is it not? And that gesture goes to others also. Others feel like, this devotee did cooking, he made good prasad, This devotee did cooking, he made good prasad. But today is my cooking. Let me also make good prasad, This is not. But if everybody sees that, okay, any devotee has cooking, the 2 hour cooking they finish in 1 hour 15 minutes and run away, to the hostel, or whatever college or lab or whatever, library or whatever. I'll also follow that same example for something. Yes, and after some days, everyone is thinking, so, that, nice food is not that bad or, like that, so many months I have not gone to the restaurant, those sorts of start coming, like that. The point is, we think about others, uh, then there is enthusiasm, uh, so therefore the idea is, the Vedas teach the idea of serving, like Vedas say, okay, if you are having a happy birthday, and what you should do? Vedas say you should invite a lot of people and feed them, cook good feast and serve them, What is the advantage? Advantage is so many people come to celebrate. Just that. Then they just not come to celebrate heartily. They are giving good wishes. Just that. Like that. And then you prepared a good feast, and no, and then you feast yourself also. Is it not? But one is thinking about only himself. Then such a beautiful celebration can never happen. Is it not? So, like I've seen in my father's engineer society, sometimes they would celebrate their children's birthday. My father never celebrated mine. I'm very grateful for that. You know, so yeah, there were some right principles he followed in life, and he taught. So I'm grateful for that. Simplicity taught very nicely. So now I would see this. So they'd spend 5 lakh rupees on a child's birthday. A hall charge only, the big hall, 200 people are invited and all that. And I was looking, where is this fellow? Jiska birthday. Na? I was gone. Everybody is having a nice time. They're drinking cold drink. They're taking chow mein. They're taking ice cream. They're having a nice time. Everybody. And I was searching, where is this fellow? And then I found that fellow who had birthday. And this fellow was crying. You know. He was somewhere behind the curtain, with his father, and he was crying. So his father had got him one dress. He wanted two actually. He was not satisfied. Yeah, true story. Uh, true story. So, so, uh, so he wanted two. His father had got him one. And there was a big mountain of gifts. 200 लोग गिफ्ट देंगे तो बन जाएगा ना माउंटेन. थोड़ा सा सांता क्लॉज का माउंटेन तो बन ही जाता है. Is it not? है ना? And everybody else was enjoying it. ना? And they had a good feast. Everybody else, they're doing ha ha he he hoo. They had dressed very nicely. They're clicking selfie, to post on the social media. They got a lot of content and all that. Na? Everybody ecstatic except the fellow who is birthday is there and the two no, parents, who are spending that lakhs of rupees. What is the use of this? This is not. That's great. What is the use of that? So therefore, the Vedas talk about the idea of serving. When we serve, we are enthusiastic. So that is why the principle is the anxiety. If the anxiety is directed properly, it sets right everything. But if the anxiety is misdirected, then it spoils everything. So therefore, the opportunity to do service is a very great benediction because it gives us some another opportunity to set right our anxieties in the proper direction. So therefore, the anxiety should be for the service, for the mission. So that can bring about excitement, that can bring about colors, and that can enrich our life holistically. And therefore, now our attempt should be that, okay, Krishna is giving me opportunity again. Therefore, let me do it more enthusiastically this time. I will put my heart and soul into it this time. So in this way, a sadhaka always wants to improve the quality of one's service. The quality of one's service. So we have to understand preaching is a very beautiful uh, way to basically increase our family. Very sweet family. A very sweet family. The Shastras explain there are two types of progeny. One is through seminal injection, and the other one is through preaching. So people want their family to increase, no? There should be some colors in monotonous life. There should be some children, and there should be some excitement. There should be some antics. There should be some like that. So uh, but that route maximum one can try one or two, uh, some bold man can go for three, like that, the tribal people go for 6, 7, 8, 10, also, Why? Because they know that as soon as a boy or girl is 4, 5 years old, the NGO will come and you know, take them, grow them up. When they become 18, 20, they will drop them back. So, so therefore, as soon as the NGO gives placement to few, then they get more and more. So suppose they give they have 8 children, 8 NGOs have raised them. They don't have to fund like that. And they come to 20 years of age, even if they have not taken benefit of the NGO, they still can earn 10, 12, 15,000. So 10 into 8, 80,000 their salary comes. So that is some kind of calculation that they do. But the point is, it's very difficult, that line, uh, to increase the family beyond the limit. This much. And what if that child becomes a mom? Big anxiety. Big anxiety. There was one of our Dr. Mataji's, and she was just waiting for the moment that her son would pass 12th and get some admission outside, because his behavior was so irritating, so belligerent, so rebellious, so defiant. Anyways, in psychiatry, there's a disorder called as oppositional defiant disorder, ODD. Some children are like that. There's such a nuisance on the head. I've seen this kind of children, like that. Oh, there's such a nuisance on the head. That child can create hell in life. So this Mataji was just waiting, and this Prabhu has got some admission in engineering college, so she is so happy. Huh? She can practice her bhajan peacefully. What to do? That person, so irritated. Some people. So what if one gets a son like that? Huh? What if one gets a son like that or a daughter like that? But in preaching, huh? So now the spirit is, but the parents don't think in that way. No, the parents don't think in that way. The parents think in that, and what way parents think? Okay, whoever I have got, let me try to serve them. And that is a dutiful parent. And okay, whoever child you have got, let me try to serve them nicely. That's a dutiful parent. No? And even though one may incur pain, but still one is saying, okay, even if he's, Whatever he is, can I improve this fellow a little bit, then a little bit, then a little bit? That's not. That's a healthy parenting. I mean, that is a no, that is a beautiful consciousness, which actually purifies the hearts of the parents. Which is the line of dharma that way. It is a line of dharma. That way. But then through the line of teaching, one can expand the family to a very big extent also. Is it not? And those connections are very sweet. Those connections are very sweet. And Krishna is very merciful because we may be spending time with one person and another person may come and watch. They may come and watch and see. And we say, hey, you know, and the person whom we may be spending time and follow, that fellow may never become a devotee. The other fellow who is coming and watching, he becomes a devotee. Sometimes preaching is very, very exciting in that sense. And we can see Krishna's hand and Krishna's role in that sense. But our consciousness in preaching should be like that of a parent. No, our consciousness in preaching should be like that of a parent only. That okay, whomever children or whichever type of boys are allotted to me, let me try to help them the best of my capacity and not leave them, discard them, neglect them. Same kind of consciousness. So we have to learn follow up from Vidurji. Vidurji is doing follow up of Dhritarashtra. What a solid follow up candidate. Na? Na? The, na? Yeah. So we categorize A, B, C, D, So the deepest limits of D grade, that was Dhritarashtra, right? Deepest limits of D grade candidate, Dhritarashtra. So attached to power, reputation, to sons and all that. And Vidurji didn't follow. And what a terrific follow. Is it not? So now what is the ingredient of that follow? Vidurji did not leave Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was wanting to now Dhritarashtra was every time and again not following. He was very belligerent. He was very stubborn. Very arrogant. He was not following at all. He would not listen. Still, Vidurji continued to help him. That is a real follow-up Acharya, Vidurji. This is not. That's a real follow-up Acharya. We learn follow-up strategies from Angira Muni. Angira Muni's follow-up candy was Chitraketu Maharaj. He did not demon. Angira Muni is telling, Arey, why don't you do MMC? And Chitraketu Maharaj is telling, first maternity, then MMC. Maternity not happening. And first child should come. Then me and my child will do MMC together. And Angira Muni is making the point, Are, you've already tried thousands of times, because he had hundreds of tweets, hundreds of times he had tried at least. Progeny, and he was not getting any progeny, even though he had hundreds of wives. And at least MMC sure shot, no? Sit and chant, Child, whether it'll come, not come, who knows, But he was obsessed. He was not taking it for further, not like that. So Angira Muni tried to help him, right? And that is how our follow-up strategy should be. We should try to Angira Muni tried to help. And now Angira Muni tried to help him out. So, in every setting, and when he saw time was right, he brought a better expert surgeon along with him. Who was he? Brought a senior surgeon, specialist in live surgeries, without anesthesia. Whom he brought? No, Angira Muni, whom he brought? Chitraketu Maharaj? Final surgery who did? Uh, Narad Muni, yes. Narad Muni. Final surgery Narad Muni kiya. Angira Muni brought Narad Muni. Like that. Narad Muni did the final surgery. Uh, Narad Muni, what was the final surgery? Near Chitraketu Maharaj is wailing, beating his chest, banging his head, and Narad Muni, and Narad was asking, "Arey, why are you crying? This is the affair of life. I mean, this is how life goes. Better cry for Krishna. What is the use of crying for this material world affairs? Because the material world affairs will get devastated in due course of time. So he's not understanding. He goes, oh, my son, my son, my son. Narad said, okay, your son, 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 son. Okay, take your son. So he made the son come back live with his powers. He made the soul come back to the body. And the soul came back to the body. And the soul opened his eyes. The son really opened his eyes. The son got up, And the son was wondering, ये क्या चल रहा है? मैं कहाँ हूँ? मैं कौन हूँ? So you know the past time. So uh, because the son had left the body, he forgot. He forgot because when you leave the body, the living entity leaves the body, the living entity forgets. Bhagavad Gita says. Then is again brought back to the body. It was like coming back to a new body only. So therefore, the son was wondering. Nami said, "Oh, you see your father, your mother, they're crying. Where did he go? He embraced them. No, and he's wondering, and he's scratching his head, he's saying, I'm sorry. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who you are, and I don't know who am I. So that's the kind of thing that happens. Narad Muni brought about that preaching. This is not. So Narad Muni created the right atmosphere for Chitraketu Maharaj to be able to understand the reality of life and not be obsessed in that dream world. So you see, Narad Muni created that atmosphere. Angira Muni also tried to create that atmosphere to help. We shouldn't follow from the acharyas. So the first principle we learn is never leave a student, never drop a student off. We should always try to help him. No matter whatever be the level of reciprocation. I remember in GGD, there was one boy and he was being followed up even before I came. So he was in first year, he used to attend programs regularly. Then he was asked, okay, please shift to voice. He didn't shift. He was still attending weekly programs regularly. The second year finished. He was again asked to go for Utkarsha, shift to voice. He did not shift. At that time in GGD, all the 4 years had passed out. And there was no 2 years, no Pratik, So there was no third year, no second year. It was a clean sweep. And so these 4 years, they were in the final semester. So Rashtrampur had gone to give a class in GGD. So this is February, March, February, March. So Rashanku said, okay, we are closing down DT. He announced, you please purchase a lock and hang it, and when you pass out that day, you just close it, lock it, seal it, it's closed. No, DGD becomes extinct. So they got really, alma mater, like that. So no second year, no third year, nothing, like that. And so they went to the hostel. They caught anybody they could, some by the hair, some by the hand, some by the shirt, some by the leg, some by the neck, anyhow, like that, And 2 3 months they did lot of, explosion here, there, placement of the good, So like that, was place, was not place, was not place, what can be done, like that. So they did lot of this, that, and they dumped some 12 people inside, 2 flats, one up the hill, which was our main, and one in the apartments downstairs, third floor, 2 BHK. So they dumped some 12 people and they passed out, saying, Hari Bol, GGD release. Like that, Of the 12, they found one prospective fellow, they made him internal manager. So now the next semester started. There were these 12 fellows, one internal manager who was also second year, They were wondering what to do in life, like that. Some people were third year in them. Some people were third year in that. The second year in Krishna Government, third year in, means they did not say yes at the first attempt. Second attempt, they cracked the JEE, It means, this JEE is easy to crack. You just have to say yes and everything is there for you, the spiritual entrance. And all the voice entrance, they said yes the second time. So they were in third year. But second year, in that sense. So, yeah. And this devotee whom I'm talking about, so I'm not talking about the 12, I'm talking about another devotee. He was now in third year. That means in second attempt also, he denied shifting to voice. Yeah. There were 2 3 of them who had accepted shifting to voice in second attempt. Means after second year, this devotee, he did not agree. So 1 month passed by, and then I was doing the service of focusing on GGD, me and the 12, plus some extra list, like that, of candidates who had said no, like that. So today I'm talking about that extra list, like that. So there was this one third year, in the extra list. So anyhow, this is follow-up devotee, this year when I was doing follow-up, so he would come for the programs when I would call him, and I would talk to him. He would talk gently. He was a cultured boy, but he was not ready to shift, not ready to increase his rounds also much. Like that. His follow-up devotee really got agitated. One day he was working in Pune only, So he's staying another, yoga and other places. So one day he had come to his flat, He didn't came to GGD, the boys went to his flat, down the hill. That was down the hill. And 6 7 hours he gave him a dose, like that, And so he said, देखो क्या है ये जो हमारा जो हालत है ना कुत्ते की पूंछ से भी बदतर है ना इतना इतना देर कुत्ते की पूंछ के ऊपर लगाया होता तो वो भी सीधा हो जाता लेकिन तुम वॉइस में नहीं आ रहे दिस वाज द एसेंस ऑफ द टॉक है ना Right. Anyhow, we should not do like that. But it was a very, genuine outpouring of emotions, So, uh, but the point, the lesson to learn is even after this devotee did not listen. So 7 hours के बाद भी practice as it is, like that. So anyhow, we were trying to continue, one may say, okay, now it was the beginning of fourth year, And this was the last attempt, like that. So we went, we requested him to please come now, this time, just finally, just 1 year remaining, and then you'll pass out, and you will go to different city, what will happen? You never got that training. So, I was in that conversation with him. We're trying to only request him. So he agreed to take one step. He did not agree to come to voice, but he said, I will take a voice, I will take a flat in the same apartment building as your voice. So we had two setups. One was just a little down the hill, not too down, because too down for many things. Up the hill was our main voice where the temple hall was, and down the hill was a 2 BHK flat. In that apartment building, he agreed to. Uh, uh, at that time, I decided to shift the morning program in that down apartment flat, because it was a bigger one, and the morning program also. Somehow we could manage with the neighbors. Yes, we could handle the neighbors. It was third floor and too many neighbors that started going. But then I thought it may be more strong better because many times from down to up many people don't come up like that. So he shifted, he took a flat there. And then what happened? Because he took a flat you don't take alone. So he brought three of his friends. Not like that. No. So that year, in effect, what happened is that no. So he was happy that he has not shifted. No. But in effect, his flat became like a voice extension. Because now not only he, but all his room partners also started coming for the morning program because we used to go and wake them up and call them. So, and follow up not only of him, but all four started happening. Very, intense follow up, like that. So, yeah. So all four of them took to Krishna Gandhi. In 6 months' time, one of them started staying in our main flat house. Like that. Now he's a brahmachari. No, Vikram Varanga, he's a brahmachari. Udaki. Anyways, the devotees are very nice grihastha uh, in Maharashtra, the practicing very nice. Uh, and the other two, I have lost touch with them. Probably they may know the whereabouts more. They were 20 years. So the point what I'm trying to say is that the continuity of follow up always pays. Now we did this follow up for 4 years, but Krishna gave us four devotees. So it was not a waste of time. Krishna gave us four devotees. It was not a waste of time. Uh, so people listen to it. I remember Sundarshan Prabhu would always speak about, I think he was speaking about Premanidi Prabhu. So he was in hostel and Premanidi Prabhu would come to his room. So Premanidi Prabhu had given him uh, uh, tape recorder, with cassettes, lecture hearing cassettes like that. And he would ask, uh, so every time he would come, he would take those cells which were there in the recorder and put them on charging and put new cells, so that he can hear, and he would change the tapes, to change the tape cassette. Himself he would do that, for the shampoo. And whenever it was weekly program to go to the temple, he would come with his bike or something, and he would say, "Okay, come sit, we'll go to temple," like that. So Sundar Shampoo was very much reorganizing and Prabhu was selflessly doing that for so long, so long. Some point of time, touched him that this man is helping me. I'm not reciprocating. I'm not. I'm quite cold, but this person is coming again and trying to help. So in this sense, we can try to understand that uh, the follow-up always pays, and therefore the principle which we should try to implement is we never leave a devotee, and even never leave a God. Like we see in DLF, we are preaching, it's 1 year now. Congregation, we are preaching since 1 year. Children, we are preaching since 1.5 years now. So this congregation, you see, some of them have picked up 16 rounds. Some of them are still chanting 1 round. Some of them are chanting 2 rounds, and some are in between. But all of them are coming regularly. So whom we should do follow up? Whom we should do follow up? 16 rounder, in between rounder, 1 rounder. Whom? Hmm? Why? Because all of them are coming regularly. So if we keep them in touch, their rounds will increase. That is the, and this is what was Radhesham Prabhu's idea of voice as a lotus. In lotus flower, there is an inner corolla, then there is one whirl of petals, then there is next whirl of petals. Everything constitutes a flower. Only corolla is not the flower. But only petals also is not a flower. If you say only petals, तो फूल ही नहीं है. No, पेटल के साथ करोला है तो फूल दिखाई देता है ना. Only petals, not a flower, है ना. But only corolla is there, then it will not look very good also. So small thing, you know. Petals are there, it adds, it looks more beautiful. More petals are there, second whirl of petals, more beautiful. Third whirl of petals, more beautiful. Like that. So therefore, that is the idea. Therefore, we should uh, keep people in touch always. So we should not drop people like that. So therefore, maturity and attentiveness and alertness should only lie in understanding who can go to what level and place them in their respective comfortable positions like that. That is where like say for example, say this elastic is there, no, a rubber band. Rubber band can stretch, but you stretch it too much, it breaks. So everyone has an elastic limit in that sense. So we have to understand that when we invest in relationships, we can push the student or the boy to a certain degree, you know. And the boy may say, "Oh, स्फूर्ति में आना है क्या?" है ना? "Oh जी, बोर्ड नहीं हो रहा है." And we say, "No, no, no, मेरी खातिर आ जाओ." And it's okay, Prabhuji, इतना आप बोल रहे हैं, ठीक है, आ जाते हैं. Like that. So there is a stretch, you know, loving stretch only. But because now this boy agreed, no? Why? Because a lot of investment has happened. And now when the stretch call has happened, then what happened is the stretch call has happened, then this person doesn't mind. So he is giving into it. This is not. और similarly another boy is saying, अरे प्रभु जी है ना, हॉस्टल में रह के आ जाऊंगा मॉर्निंग के लिए, है ना, शिफ्ट क्यों करना है ना. नहीं ऐसे नहीं 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 ना, मेरे साथ रहो ना, है ना, लाइक दैट ना, सबके साथ. He says, okay, ठीक है, आप बोल रहे हैं तो रहते. That means a lot of investment has happened. So there is a very, the stretch is a very love stretch, like that. But now suppose elastic, no, the investment has not much happened. You not spend much time, you know. You only go when there is program, you know. Right, program के लिए आ जाओ, है ना. अभी तो आना ही पड़ेगा. क्यों? कैंप है. ठीक है, लेकिन मेरा टेस्ट है, मेरा एग्जाम है, मेरा ये है, मेरा वो है. अरे तुमको पता नहीं रहा था शाम को आए कि हमें आना ही पड़ेगा ना, है ना. प्रभु जी असाइनमेंट करना है मुझे, है ना. अरे मैं कर दूंगा, तुम आओ पहले. इस ना. So when the investment is not there, तो क्या होगा? And this person will say, okay, but then you go at the final time, you will see the room is locked. The mobile is switched off. मतलब क्या हो गया? We are stressed without investment. So it has gone beyond the elastic limit. So then this fellow drops off. Is it not? This fellow has got dropped off. No? Like our last year batch. We gave them so many options and opportunities. We said, okay, उत्कर्ष के लिए आ जाओ, है ना? I said, नहीं नहीं नहीं, उत्कर्ष के लिए कौन आता है ना? HPUT का तो उत्कर्ष नहीं आएंगे, है ना? Then we said, ठीक है ना? Second उत्कर्ष के लिए आ जाओ, है ना? And they said, नहीं 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 नहीं, हाँ? Then we said, अच्छा इसके लिए आ जाओ, क्या था वो? रथ यात्रा। रथ यात्रा उसके बाद भी we said, okay, ना? सेवा सर को said, स्कॉटलैंड पढ़ाएंगे, क्रिकेट पढ़ाएंगे, वो पढ़ाएंगे, है ना? Somebody said, ये पढ़ाएंगे तो हम, ना? जैसे चलो ये भी पढ़ा देंगे, जो चाहिए पढ़ा देंगे, ना? आ जाओ, है ना? So that also they did not done. Now why they are dropping off? Huh? So one of our devotees, one boy said, actually, you know, so he just wrote a message. He said, actually, मुझे इतना भक्ति नहीं करना है. He was ending 4 rounds last year, है ना? School के time, है ना? So अभी क्या हो गया? It has gone a little beyond investment. Stretch. That is one of the factors. May not be the only factor. But it has gone a little beyond investment. Sometimes we invest. Sometimes the case happens. Like with this particular boy, what happened is that there was investment. I believe there was nice investment. But sometimes investment we do, but then sometimes our investment clashes with parents' investments. So sometimes parents go head on against. This case is like that, you know. So then in competition, our investment fails, you know, like that, you know, because the parents are saying, nahi jana, nahi jana, nahi jana, you know. They're saying, "Arey, aa jao, kuch to karke aa jao," you know, like that. So sometimes some boys, you know, so there is there our investment fails. Had that opposition not been there, then investment was fine. Huh? But if opposition is there, when it is there, what to do? Like that. So, so I have seen that whenever we have this, whenever we have this, pull up, you will always see pull up is always accompanied by drop rate. Whenever we do pull up is accompanied by a drop rate. No? And therefore, in preaching and follow up, every pull up time we have to be very, very alert and attentive. And we have to be very, very focused at the pull up stage. Like pull up happens. So we are giving sessions and we are quoting Einstein, everybody happy, you know, and we are showing optic illusions, everybody is laughing, having a good time, you know. And we are saying Veda gives Vedic mathematics and Vastu Shastra, everybody very happy, you know. And then we say, okay, chant Hare Krishna. Let's come for MMCs every day. That's the first pull up. Huh? That's a little small one, but it's there. You know, there is a pull up. Some people say, chanting kara diya, mala pakda diya, है ना? Like that, है ना? That's the first pull up, है ना? Like that. You'll see a drop rate there. Right? You'll see a drop rate there. Next, what we do, we call them for inception camp. No? Inception camp, the purpose of inception camp is to introduce them to Kirtans and the morning program. The first inception camp. And then we start doing once in a week morning program. Morning program is second pull up. Is that? हाँ, ये लोग सुबह भी उठाते हैं जल्दी, है ना? तो और ना 3 किलोमीटर साइकिल भी चलवाते हैं ना? So second pull up, like that. You'll see drop rate. And impression is the next stage, you know. In impression, what we do, the purpose of impression is to introduce them to Prabhupada and to introduce them to voice culture, like that. And then we start having weekly programs instead of hostel in the voice or seva voice, you know, like that. And second pull up. So now they have to come all the way here, you know, like that. There are advantages, a lot of advantages, but it's a sort of a pull up, you know, like that. Some people drop off, you know. And so who are the people who drop out? Many people say that, okay, my parents are saying you should not go out of campus. That's a very common answer many people say, right? My parents are saying you should not go out of campus. And what happens with all these people? They get lost, right? Because their parents are saying they cannot go out of campus. So they get lost, like that. And if you try to nag them, अरे आ जाओ थोड़ा बहुत इतना ही है पास ही है बगल में ही है ना बाउंड्री है ना कुछ नहीं है ना 18 साल के इतने बड़े हो गए हैं सर नहीं आता है ना अभी मम्मी पापा को तो बैठ के है ना so what happens and they drop out then we see that they are not even coming for emotion. Generally it is seen like that when they drop back they completely drop, more or less they completely drop, or they are very delulu for some time and then they are finished like that. So uh, and the next one is this Utkarsha. You're saying अभी छुट्टियों का 1 महीना दे दो हमको ना, and then shifting to voice, not like that. So you see these are pull-ups, not like that. So we have to understand before doing a pull-up, we have to invest a lot in the person. That is the first principle you have to understand. Second principle to understand is whose pull-up to do and whose pull-up not to do. Is that person having that elastic limit that he can handle it and still be intact, or will break it off? If we know this person break it off, then better make him continue that same level. Yes, ma'am. So that is why Radhesham Prabhu established his lotus concepts A, B, C, A plus A, B, C. Radhesham Prabhu idea was what? There is a flat where 16 rounders, 4 o'clock candidates are there. Pakka devotees, dedicated, committed, powerful morning program, and they take Prasad 3 times, very nice, A plus flat. And next is the A flat. A flat people are chanting, say, A flat people are chanting 8 to 12 rounds, like that. They will come at Mangal Arati. They don't come at the 4 o'clock. They come at 7 o'clock, and they are not much interested in 3 times Prasad. Breakfast they can take. Sometimes they will come for Prasad, That's okay, Prabhu, sometimes they will come for Prasad. Other time they want to take outside, something like that. So they are A flat. But they are coming Mangal Arati every day. And they are B flat. B flat 4 to 8 rounds. They don't come every day for Mangal Arati. Once, twice, thrice in a week they will come. B flat. And there is C flat. C flat means there are not much commitment, 1 to 4 rounds, but Rashampu comes to the voice, they'll come, like that, C flat. So you see this nice, a person in C, he gets a very nice touch, very gentle experience, a nice experience. He may shift to B very easily, or he may jump to A very easily also. It's just a matter of decision, no? Just a matter of decision, no? It's a matter of decision. So in our follow-up also, right from the beginning, we should understand that whatever boys are allotted to us, that's like okay, whatever child birth you have got, ना? तो हम थोड़ी चूज करते हैं मुझे ऐसा चाइल्ड मिलना चाहिए जो कि आईआईटी क्रैक कर रहे हैं, इसका जेई में ऐसा हो वैसा हो, है ना? तो वो तो हम नहीं डिसाइड करता है, कोई पेरेंट डिसाइड नहीं करता. सिमिलरली अब हमको 1/4 मिलता है, वी गेट 1/4 ऑफ द आईआईटी हियर. अब विच बॉयज विल गेट, पता नहीं, इज इट नॉट, हु नोस, है ना? तो ए ब्लॉक, बी ब्लॉक, सी ब्लॉक, है ना? अब ए के अंदर कौन बैठा होगा, बी में कौन बैठा होगा, पता नहीं. तो वही द सीन इज सेम, नो? So the attitude and mentality should be the same, beautiful mentality. So whomever Krishna has given, let me try to help them genuinely, the best of our capacity. So we should be always encouraging to them. And then we have to be very, very careful uh, in terms of how we deal with them, especially at the pull-ups. So the first default principle you have to understand that before every pull-up, we have to invest a lot. We have to invest a lot before every pull-up. Yes, ma'am. So we cannot just go for calling and expect the boy will shift to voice. He won't. He'll break at some stage. He'll say, you don't invest in your only, no, uh, you're only withdrawing. ना? कुछ एटीएम में बैंक अकाउंट में डालोगे पैसे नहीं तो विड्रॉ कैसे करेंगे है ना सिंपली विड्रॉइंग है ना एंड सो ही स्टार्ट्स क्राइंग नहीं होगा ना लाइक दैट सो दिस इज है ना दिस इज एन इम्पोर्टेंट प्रिंसिपल है ना which we should be uh, which we should be focused. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So investment is required before every pull-up. So we should be very cautious. Okay, these are the stages where they have to make a choice. Like a good teacher prepares the students for the exam. Our exam calendar is already out. Our teaching has not started, but the exam calendar is out. Right? In mid-August, somewhere we are introducing chanting, first exam. Right? October, no, second exam, reception. January, third exam, right? And then post midterm fourth exam, right? Post midterm fourth exam, and then and some another exam, and July final exam, like that, So you see, our exam pattern is so rigorous, like that. So exam pattern is so rigorous. The teachers also should be that committed to prepare the students, like that, Yeah, because it is said that the effectiveness of the teacher is understood by the marks which the students get. कुछ पढ़ा है कि नहीं है ना ठीक से है कि नहीं so that is the point the uh, the teacher has to make the students pass the exam that is the goal so similarly we have to understand that in our teaching we have to make the students pass the exam to pass every pull-up stage nicely smoothly like that and therefore we have to take anxiety for that pass that exam like that so like I am just wondering that there is a considerable number of students who regularly attend the sessions of device in the hostel the moment we shift them to voice they stop coming quoting mother father they have said Lakshman Rekha and all that so the same students and then they drop off in general it is seen they don't continue they drop off a little deal in MMC and slowly they drop off they were coming the voice I mean they were coming inside the hostel that time they were attending the sessions also MMC also now we pulled them up then they're not attending anything like that so this goes to show that I think we need a little more maturity here to make the transition very smooth or those who cannot make the transition to fit them very easily or very smoothly in another group which continues in the hostel. What is the problem? Is there any problem? If every group leader has two boys whose mother father have told not to come out of campus and therefore they are not coming out, 2 5s are 10. Can we not put 10 people in a room and continue taking the programs? This is called as A flat. In our terminology. Because in our setup, things are a little different. Pune, boys have to pay for their accommodation. Home college provides hostels. So you put six people, 10 people together in 1 month flat, six people in 1 month flat, most serious together, next cadre, next band gap together, next band, and you have ABCD, like that. Now for us, how do we match ABCD or A plus ABC, like that? So this is A plus, yes, the devotees are staying here, they are following Mani program, A plus. But where is A? Where is A flat? There's no A flat. Because one who doesn't come here, where is he? The hospital. So the A flat concept we have to create a mapping of those people who may stay in the hospital, hospital, and continue something. Like, so therefore, this year we are thinking that all of us should be. So the moment we catch that, okay, this person is not going to come up, rather than pushing him, stretching him, over convincing him, 2 5 to 10, let us start something there. Is it not? And let him continue, no problem. Let him continue. Maybe after 1 year, he may think that he was so childish. Anyhow, for a student, he is going outside. Why can't he come for chanting? But that realization we cannot inject in that person. It has to come from his own, no, like that. So, so this is something we should be careful this time. Okay, let people should not, no, people should not drop. People should not drop that kind of thing. No, we try that. Okay, people should not drop. No, that way. We try to do this A flat concept for some time. Last year it was successful. And we had some cluster dropout, Shruti dropout, students. And we requested them to shift the hostel only in some rooms together. And some of them agreed. And we were doing a morning program in the hostel, like that. So last year it was not much successful. Last year there was one Abhishek who was in, good boy, Abhishek. But still we could not properly do that concept. That's like A flat. And I don't know, second year Arenpu was coming there, right? Arenpu, you were coming there, na? You used to attend hostel morning program, and then slowly Prabhu shifted here. So, so that's the beauty of A flat. But suppose we never did it, then it would have been a more band gap energy for you to shift. It is not. It would have been more difficult to shift, like. So the concept works. Provided we should be focused on making the concept work. The concept will work if we are hell bent on making it work. You know, that is the whole point. I remember. So then we have seen that okay, many times we have started STI batches in the college. So in STI batches, we see that people do come regularly, and some people take up chanting also. They are picking it up also. That gives the idea that there is another level which is possible here, which is like a B level. So what is this B flat? They are attending weekly classes in the college. And what is A flat? They are doing morning program in the college. Huh? So it's like that, no? So we have devotees who are staying here, A plus, and we have devotees who may be staying in the hostel, doing morning program in the hostel. That morning program, 20 minutes, half an hour morning program. Huh? At least they're doing it. Good. And then we have those who are attending some weekly, and then this morning program will also attend weekly. Some may attend here, some may attend in the hostel. There will be variation in this. But let's say that okay, those who are doing morning program in the hostel, they are A flat. And there are others who may be in the hostel and they don't mind coming for the weekly. And they may also be chanting like that. and that's a B flat. So our target should be, Sadai Shampoo says that okay, a good pitching means that you are getting double digit people for a question. Happily, not dumb, like that, so we are getting double digit, candidates to the Utkarsha, and that is like okay, every day pitching nicely, So that should be, so now if we have these three concepts, now our target should be double digit for Utkarsha in the voice, a double digit in the hostel with hostel morning program, and a double digit who is attending weekly in the hostel. Is it not? So how many people we should be able to fit or accommodate or help out? Hmm? At least 30. We are healthy, no? A healthy performance. At least 30 if it is a healthy performance, no? And uh, at least 30. So therefore, the idea is uh, so in this way we can practically translate the principle that never drop a person. The Vidurji's mindset we can practically translate in this way. But okay, every year we connect some 30 people to Krishna in different tiers, and at least and they are going forward, progressing happily, like that. I was thinking that if A flat, B flat people want prasad, we can give them prasad also. You know how? We are not going to supply. You know? So that will be too much, right? But we can give them prasad also. How we give them prasad? Uh, we can ask some caterer to cook Jain food, A good menu we can specify, and one of them can take turns and offer, in the hostel only, like that, and they can get, you know. So it's not the level of prasad what we take, but at least it's much better than hostel food, you know. So they can get a facility at their level. And that facility can will not be too much existential burden on us. You know, it is not like for us we are cooking for programs we cook like that. But when they come for prerna monthly get together here, that time we can cook a good feast for them, no problem. Every day, every time should be will be a little tight, right? Because 10 people every year means 5 years will be 50. So ideal healthy voice should be 40. Voice strength should be 40. That means 40 people should be in A flat and 40 people should be in B flat, right? So that means our overall strength should be 120. Know? If we see statistically, like that. So, so we are underweight right now, right? Our strength is how much now total? 14. Yeah, so healthy it should be 40. 40, no? 10 people, 10 for the 40. So second year people come, no? So second year to fifth year. That's why I'm saying 40, not 50, 40. Because 1 year they will choose their level, A plus A, B, like that. So, so this time when we are going for follow-up, this should be our thought process, that let's not drop out people. When we are pulling up, let us do that very sensitively. Let us invest in them a lot before any pull-up stage. So let's prepare them properly for the pull-up. They can make that call. And empower them to make that call, like that. So we don't do that, and then it creates a problem, Uh, and that should be that is a good subject matter of anxiety, is it not? That okay, You know, definitely in the first session we cannot say who is interested, who is not interested. But somebody has come for 3, 4 sessions, means they are interested. Means they are interested. If they have something, that is why they are continuing. So they have free will. Now we are not charging money. We are not. I mean, there is no big as such incentive. That way. It's not a no. It's not a mandatory course prerequisite for placement or not a mandatory. There is this voluntary, right? And they're reciprocating to that voluntary spirit. Means they are interested. So at least as a thumb rule, we should see that okay, somebody who has been introduced to chanting and he's taking it up and he's still continuing, such a person should not drop out because of some or the other flimsy reason. Now we should each one of us should brainstorm with such people. Why do they drop out? Okay, they may be dropping out because of our laxity in follow up. That we should not try to minimize this. That we should try to minimize. And 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 we need help. Let's proactively talk about it. Let's discuss about it. And as a unit, not try to see that you don't drop out people. no? Now people drop out on their own. What are the reasons they drop out? Then for that we need to fight. For that we need to fight like that. So for that we need to try. Is it not? Uh, for that we need to prepare ourselves so that we can help more students. That's the whole point. So ideally, those who come for inception should continue for impression. There should be no drop. And those who come for impression should come for occlusion. There should be no drop. Okay, 1 to 5%, that is fine. Because those who are coming for impression, inception, they have understood what is Krishna conscious. They have understood many things about Krishna conscious. Then now it's only is it a push pull a wrong or an unbalanced push pull which has crushed them or they're stepping back or what it is. That is something what we have to be very careful about. So my request is this year let's uh, this year what we need is the consistency of follow up, like that. Means investment. Investment is not calling. Therefore, the what we should understand, calling is not follow. No? Now we go to the boy and it's okay, how are you? Okay, come for the program. That's not follow up. Okay, study going okay, chanting going okay, come for the program. Okay, that's not follow up. We we go and spend time with that person. Uh, go and spend time with that. Uh, so this year we should target for a double digit in 3 dimensions. A plus band gap energy, A track, band gap track, and B track. That at least help out 30 people to remain connected with us at the end of this year. The next now report to Lord Gorchan and Pracharya should give that okay, these are 30 candidates. So please continue showering university on them. They are continuing so long and we hope that they will continue next 3 years also. Not like that. So like this we go the 34 to 120. In at a given point of time, you 120, for devoting force of various cadres, like that. So we have seen examples of devotees who have been so We have seen examples of devotees who, because of certain reasons, were in the hospital, but then they are very nice. They're nice. Like Prabhu is there, no? He, at least they are going forward at whatever level, nice in the sense that okay, it's not as good as a 16 round devotee who's committed, no comparison that way, but at least they are still alive and they're going on. Now also they are, you give them a call, they pick up, you go to the city, they come to meet you, like that, so, you call them for an online class, they come, like that. That's also good, no? At least they're continuing. So that level is not the same as A plus level. At least it's road to Krishna, like that. And down the line they pick up. Somebody takes even 8 years to chant 16 rounds. Still next 40, 50, 60 years, 40, 50, 60, yeah, 60, 70 years, at max. He'll continue, like that. So it's not lost. So this principle, so we have to keep thinking about this. Then only we will be able to be very, see, just like, like we want to do, so this is a very delicate stage. We need to take them to the next step because if we don't take them to the next step, then probably it'll be very difficult for them to come to the next step. Is it not? Like if they are not introduced to morning program in first year, then it's more difficult in second year. It will be more difficult in third year, fourth year. Is it not? Like that. So that's why the earlier the timeline is very nicely designed, like that. Uh, but that thing has to be very delicately performed. Like that thing has to be very delicately performed. Where to pat and where to do the surgery. No? Like this devotee I talked about who was giving such a without anesthesia, surgery, like that, the GDT devotee, like that. So it didn't break the other person. One of the reasons for that is that this devotee had really invested a lot of time. Therefore, he was that raw. But then it didn't break the other person. We tried to copycat that, people say, Tumi karo bolke, you will not take it up. That's not. So, uh, so actually, there should be, this is something which we should, this is something which should be a subject matter of our meditation, discussion, preparation. That okay, how to help the person, no? For those who can, and we don't make them do that, that is also not good. That is also disservice, And for those who cannot, if we don't facilitate them in what they can, that is also disservice. So both the things. If somebody can become 16 out there, and we tell him, no, 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 you just bring the B concept, है ना? वो शिक्षक हमारा बन सकता है ना? And then he can become a prospective temple president of some temple, ISKCON temple, and he can lead the whole temple, वो उसको एक माला भी बिठा रखा है हाँ, तो वो भी गड़बड़ ना? है कि नहीं? Like that, So, so that way, like Vaishnav Prabhu was a Shaivite, was very attached to Lord Shiva chanting, till Brahmachari Ashram he was chanting Lord Shiva's one, After he joined Brahmachari Ashram, one day he went to Radhan Maharaj to really ask, Maharaj, I am chanting Lord Shiva's mantra. Is it okay? Maharaj said, no problem. You can continue, no problem. When he was chanting Hare Krishna also, cat has come. Yeah. So that's another problem. If we don't do proper follow-up, enthusiastic follow-up, we'll have to tolerate cats and rats and lizards as our voice inmates, like that, So then when we send a report about KGP voice, we have to, There'll be cats and rats and bats. Sometimes we get bats also come to attend, Bats and lizards, Huh? Huh? Dog also. So, so let KGP voice not be, occupied by, cats and dogs and lizards and rats and bats, uh, uh, some little evolved, living entities, like that, And for that, we should be very focused and we should be always praying, thinking, endeavoring, preparing ourselves, meditating, discussing, how to help. Because it's very sensitive. Each and every stage is sensitive. We reflect back on our lives also, it was a delicate, and we have also crossed through those crossroads, and it was a delicate stage to cross through, like that. Uh, but probably we got a good helping hand, very mature, good, encouraging hand, and then we could cross, like that, And same thing we have to provide, a delicate, good, proper helping hand for people to cross. No. अच्छा अरे क्या वन राउंड चैंटिंग करने में क्या बड़ी बात उसके लिए बड़ी बात है because not ready no like that for us also 16 rounds and we say brahmachari is 16 rounds they say brahmachari 16 round क्या बड़ी बात है we chant 64 every festival so but that for that person that stage is an important stage and uh, we need to give them a positive hand helping hand encouraging warm hand like that. So this is the first principle I wanted to share this time that if this should be the subject matter of our meditation and anxiety, how to help these people. Uh, and only if we meditate, we'll be able to understand. Okay, this person can do more, so he can be taken up. This person cannot do. This is his limit. Let me just resurrect him here itself. He can't go further. Like that. At least not now. He get wounded. So he needs his muscle matter has to develop a little more, then I can pull up, now. So that we will only get if we wholeheartedly, fully go into, the seva of all. So, so I had heard one very important principle when I was in undergraduation, which was very touching for me and continually giving. And this principle was uh, that if you very strongly are determined to make a person into a devotee, he cannot escape. Vidurji became, Dhritarashtra became devotee on whose strength? Whose determination? Vidurji. Vidurji was determined. इसको तो फालतू बना के रहना है कुछ भी करता है and he got the worst of the cases ना तो एवरेज होता तो 2-4 साल में बन जाता है ना ये बहुत ही रिगरस केस है इसलिए 20-30-40 साल लग गए उनको ना जितना so but he was determined so this principle we learn from Vidurji also. Vidurji was determined this person had to make him devotee. Similarly, our these follow-up boys, uh, we can take their names, we offer them to the Lord, pray to the Lord, And if we are determined, then their free will can also not mess up if we are genuinely seriously determined and if we are genuinely seriously committed. And even that person's free will cannot interfere. For one devotee, Prabhupada would travel. And Gurujan, who was a little slack in his Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada detected it. Prabhupada went all the way to Hong Kong. For whom? Only for him. Prabhupada went one person, one person. Prahlad Maharaj was preaching to one person. There was one weekly program he was taking only for one person. Who is that person? Sanat Kumar. He is from the temple presidents of Chapati. Prahlad Maharaj gave him one-on-one class. One on one. One. Amazing, huh? Amazing, huh? So the principle is if we are determined and genuine, committed, and a person will going to see the trust we can devotee. Huh? If the trust can become devotee, the IIT boys are not that degraded. If the trust can become devotee, then I believe everybody in first year can become devotee. Like that. It just depends on us, you know, right? Now we may not be able to help out 100 people, but we can help out 10 people at least. We can help out 10 people at least in a year. Just now. So that's the idea, and that's the idea. You know? And interesting, no? Interesting, no? Like that. So, but this principle works actually. This principle works. Sometimes, this principle works if we are determined, really determined, head bent on, then uh, that person does gets transformed. You know, so Krishna does reciprocate to that. And does reciprocate to that. So therefore, actually, we understand, the follow-up strategy from Vidurji. Never leave a person and continuously keep trying. Very sensitive and delicate. You know, making arrangements for the person to go closer and closer, like that. And only if we are committed and in deep in meditation, then only we can figure out, whom to pull, when, and how much. You know? Because we do wrong in that, person breaks. So we'll continue forward. So let's stop here for today. We'll continue forward tomorrow. We'll try to do this. So we'll try to have this FW discussion for uh, next 3 more days, at least on Thursday. And Thursday we'll also do book reading. So we have short time we'll have follow-up discussion and book reading. Yes. Drop should not happen between the inception to impression is a major drop. And that is where we should be most careful about. Chanting introduction drop is not too much, but inception to impression is a major drop. Then impression to Surti, there should not be drop much. And Surti to Utkarsha should be straight line. Last year, Surti to Utkarsha complete drop, right? That means, yeah, statistically we have seen Surti to Utkarsha, there should be practically no drop, practically very less. Almost they should just keep walking forward. Because everything they have got to know. Surti means everything. They're already doing morning program, chanting also, once in a week morning program, MMC class. तो चल रहा है उनका फिर ड्रॉप क्यों होगा एवरीथिंग इज इंस्टॉल्ड इन देयर लाइफ तो उसके बाद कैसे ड्रॉप हो गया लाइक दैट सो लास्ट ईयर केस द प्रॉब्लम वाज दे डिड नॉट टुक अप मॉर्निंग प्रोग्राम इसलिए वो इंप्रेशन लेवल पे ही नहीं आए राइट एंड दैट्स अ वीकली प्रोग्राम वाज आल्सो लॉट ऑफ एनर्जी नो great difficulty 2 times 3 times then you will be able to cover 10 points 8 points like that. So this year we need to do something to change it, to improve it like that. So therefore, in the preaching, you will see uh, uh, first semester is the most important. Sometimes people think second semester is more important. We high-fi things are discussed in second semester. Actually, first semester is the most important. Because we may discuss many whatever things in the second semester को बचना तो चाहिए ना discuss करने के लिए ना वो बचता ही नहीं है ना इधर साथ right? So what to give them? We want to give them everything. कोई है ही नहीं है ना like first semester is the most important. Like that. So a lot of investment has to be done in the first semester. Like that. First semester. Okay, so let's stop here for today. We'll continue again tomorrow. So let's assemble at 6:45. Uh, so what we will do is that so there are these in follow up in this yeah this was an FTW workshop which we had compiled. It has some follow up scenarios. So we will give you in a chat some scenarios and you have to do follow up and show how that follow up has to be done in that scenario, like that. And then we will discuss. Uh, we have some 8 things uh, for the first semester. We start with so we'll give you different these things. When you prepare, make be ready, and tomorrow evening we'll start some of them. Tomorrow and day after, try to complete some of them. Right? There are some situations, and you're given situation, and then you prepare how you will go and do the follow-up. We'll see how you do the follow-up. Right? We can learn from that or improve that, whatever. Okay? So we'll try to take up some scenarios. Okay? So we'll give you some tips, maybe tonight or tomorrow, before breakfast. Can you be ready tomorrow 6:45 and continue before parking? Yeah. Okay.